So I hurt myself. I slipped in my driveway, which is like a bottle, and landed flat on my back. Fortunately, my head didn't hit. It would have hit where Dozer had put his paws in and made it all rough, so it would have been a mess. It would have blood. Yeah, it would have been horrible. And I probably would be in a place getting stitches, not doing this video right now. But I'm very fortunate, so God saved me from that. But it did hurt. And here's the thing. I looked at the ice and I thought to myself, I could handle that. And I knew I couldn't. I think in the back of your head is like, yeah, I'm going to bail. But I went anyway, and dunk, I hit the ground. Um, Watching videos of cars that are sliding. Okay, in Texas, it's Texas. Oh my goodness. It's like, yeah, you don't have winter tires, so don't even go on the road. But they do, and they end up having all these car accidents and pileups and whatever. And it's like, you guys knew going out there that it was a bad idea. You see cars sliding down hills and on ice and roads, just ice covered. And if you go out there, bad things are going to happen. It's a lot like life. Especially if you spend any time alive on this planet at all, you begin to realize what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, what you can handle and what you can't. And that's one thing I find is a lot of times, even though in the back of our minds we know we're not going to make this, we tell ourselves we can. Oh, I can handle this. And you can't. I mean, there's things in my life that I can't handle, and I know when I'm strong and when I'm weak, and sometimes I am forced into situations that I know I'm going to struggle with, and I need to be held accountable. So I call people and say, listen, hold me accountable. Give me a call. Ask me how things went, because if I know you're going to call, I'm going to be much more aware of the decisions I need to make. We've been talking about that, about confession and in the services on Sunday, and accountability partners. And one of them is just, hey, I'm in a situation right now that I remember one guy called me up and said, listen, I'm in this situation right now, and I want you to call me tonight to make sure that I did okay. And I called him and he said, did okay. And then a few days later, I'm in working in a house doing a renovation, and we're pulling stuff out, and there's all these boxes of porn. So I called him and I said, listen, I want you to call me tonight and ask me how I did. He goes, what's going on? I said, because this is a situation. And he called me up and I said, I knew you were going to call. That gave me the strength to make the right decisions. I mean, sometimes we just know that we're in a situation that is going to be difficult. And there's one of two things we can do. Well, number one, avoid it. No, you don't want to get hit. You don't want to fall. Don't be there. The beginning of Proverbs talks about a guy walking down the street and there's a prostitute. And walk on the other side of the street. Don't listen. Don't just keep going. But sometimes we're in positions and we can't get out of it. It's a situation we're thrown into. We need to be able to support each other and encourage each other and be that accountability. I've got people I can call. My brother's one of them. I called him the other day about something. He said, wow, Tim, you're just, I appreciate that, you're holding yourself accountable. I said, of course. If anything's said about me, I wanted to be able to say, go talk to my brother because he walked through me with this. I've got other friends, like I said before, that I can call and help me walk through this. A lot of times walking through something, you begin to realize that God has given you more strength than you've given yourself credit for, or you've given God credit for, because God gives you the strength to bear up. And it says, after doing everything to stand against the wiles of the devil, just stand. It's like, well, how do we do it? Because you just stand. Well, how do we do it? You just keep standing. It's like, well, how do I know I can? It's because God gives you the strength to do it. And God uses us in each other's lives. And we've been talking about relationships, and we've been talking about friendships, and we've been talking about a lot of stuff on that line. But one of the things that we need to realize as a community of faith, that God has given us each other so that we can hold each other up, bear each other burdens. It says bear with each other and so fulfill the law of Christ. That is how we fulfill the law of Christ, by being encouragement, being strength for each other. So number one, if you can avoid it, don't be there. And number two, if you can't avoid it, bring somebody with you. They'll give you strength. Hope that's been encouragement to you. God bless you. I'm gonna go get something for my back because it's very sore. Ouch.